talk about your guitar.
It's a Maiden, made in Melbourne, Australia. This one's from the custom shop, so it was made by a guy named Andy. And the wood is a Queensland maple. It's an indigenous Australian wood. And it sounds a bit like mahogany, you know, but it's got that brightness as well. It's got the brightness. The pickup system in it is 6 individual piezos, or piezo's as Americans like to call it, here. And then there's a microphone, and I can control it from here. Okay. I can bring in as much mic as I want. What I do on stage when I play concerts is I cover the hole, I put a feedback buster in it, just a rubber plug, and I crank it up. I turn the pickup up to 11. And my microphone up to up flat out as well. And so I'm living dangerously, but it's really worth it because you get this big open acoustic sound, you know, and then when the mic's open, it picks up the sound of everything. So when I go like that, it sounds like someone going like that, you know. And then I play bass with my left hand, so forth. You know, I can get all sorts of sounds. I can get all sorts of sounds out of it.
You use the whole instrument.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No stone unturned here, right. I tell you that, Laura.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you were telling us earlier that this is intentional.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I got the guitar, it was all smooth, and which is no use to me because I need to make that noise. So I just grabbed a screwdriver and scratched it all up, you know, much to the dismay of the people who made it. But, you know, these are just tools, and, you know, they have to be useful for me. And the thing is that this guitar, the pickup system and everything is so incredible. You plug it into anything and it sounds great.
Yeah,
you know?
That's important, I think, because
absolutely.
It sounds beautiful, you know, in the air here, but
and then it's good to play. You know, I've done a few modifications to it. I've had stainless steel frets put in it, and they're a lot higher. I've got used to the action being higher as well. And so I used to have a really slick low action, but you know, I decided that I was looking for a bigger tone, and so you got to get the guitar to speak a bit more. So I got used to a higher action and higher frets, and it took about a month before my hands stopped hurting. You know, because getting used to new frets. The right on the spot where you see that where the string goes, that's where I got sore every night, and I had to just get through it. You know, because there's no break for me. I went straight into touring with this new setup, and it hurt like hell. But you just work through it, you know. And I rested my hands during the day. I didn't practice a lot until my hands got better. Then I was able to practice.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it.
Exactly. Yeah. I also, with my right hand, I don't use nails because my nails don't sound any good. So I've developed these calluses. That's how I get the sound. Yeah. So I can, the only thing is, if I really tear into it in the show, if I really get into it, my callus will be sore the next day, and I got to go. I got to be careful. I don't want to rip it open.
You got to protect those.
Yeah, it's my whole world. And when students ask me, you know, what's your melody finger? I always tell them, that's my melody finger. That's my melody finger. Better cut that out.
That's right. We're a PG rated site.
Oh, okay. I'm just kidding. Children, turn your face away.
And do you experiment at all with alternate tunings?
I don't use many alternate tunings. I'm having enough trouble with the normal tuning. It's the same as, you know, people using odd tunings and then, you know, 10-string guitars and stuff. It's like, I got 6 strings and this normal tuning, and that's enough for me right now. You know, I carry 3 guitars on the road. I have another one of these, which I have bigger strings on. These are 12 to 54. These are light gauge. Then I use medium gauge on the other one, and I do drop D and drop G as well on that one. And then the other guitar is a sort of dreadnought with a cutaway, and I use big strings on that and tune it down a whole step. So my E is a D, so the whole thing's down. And that's just gives me a different sound, and it's good to for an ear break from using the same guitar, you know, and get different sounds. So, and I keep it pretty simple. There's just me and my sound man. And he plays the show with me. He does all the effects, reverbs and delays and stuff. He does it all out the front. I got a completely dry sound on stage.
You're just focusing, right?
Yeah. I've got to play as clean and as neat as possible when I'm playing, because he's doing all the effects out there.
Right.
So I got to nail it to really get it neat. Yeah, it forces you to lift your game, that's for sure.
Well, you don't seem like you take the easy way out. So.
No, there are no shortcuts. They're down at the butcher shop.
Yeah.